It's June 30th, 2015, Terrific Tie Tuesday. Today's tie is commemorating the upcoming holiday. In the States, we celebrate July 4th as the date on which we, the American colonies, declared our independence from the British Empire. And so I'm wearing a tie that's very historical. Interestingly, this tie has nothing to do with the War for Independence, but it does have several interesting little pictures on it. For example, right here we see a picture of a battleship with the words, "Remember the Maine." Now, the Maine was a U.S. battleship that was sunk off the coast of Cuba in 1898, one of those events that helped to precipitate the Spanish-American War. I see next to that, and there's a better image of it here, a picture that looks to me like Teddy Roosevelt leading the Rough Riders, another image from the Spanish-American War. You'll also see on this tie some flags. Now, this is not the modern flag, the Stars and Stripes, but in the United States, the U.S. flag has one star for every state. This flag only has 30 stars, so it would have been the flag that was adopted in 1848 when the state of Wisconsin became the 30th state to join the Union. This was not our official American flag for very long. In the first half of the 19th century, states were being added to the Union pretty regularly, so this flag didn't stick around for long before it was changed, probably 1 or 2 years. I also note, in a rather odd, self-referential way, that this tie contains an image of a tie, or at least a banner in the shape of a necktie, that includes the words and music of the Star-Spangled Banner. Now, the Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812. So we actually have 4 images that recur on this tie that evoke 3 different times during the America's history in the 19th century. We have the War of 1812, we have pre-Civil War, 1848 is when this flag was adopted, and we have the Spanish-American War right at the end of the 19th century. That's an interesting tie. It is a historical tie, and that's the primary reason I'm wearing it before this upcoming holiday. Where do I get ties like this? Well, fact is, I get them from my dad. My dad retired from teaching history for over 30 years, and so he's accrued a lot of ties that he no longer needs to wear, and he's given several of them to me. That includes some ties that would have been appropriate, I suppose, for a history teacher to wear to school. In fact, earlier this month, a couple weeks ago, I wore that flag tie. That was one of his that he gifted to me. And the one before that, the one that celebrated the Mutiny on the Bounty, while that particular tie was in reference to the film, the movie Mutiny on the Bounty was actually about a historical event. And so my historical ties probably come from my dad for the most part. And that's certainly where this one came from. Well, whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you have a happy July 4th, Independence Day, and have a terrific Tie Tuesday.